Welcome Strategy Battle Gamers to another GBHL YouTube channel video. You're here with your channel host, GBHL James, and today we're going to be joined by Mr.
Jay Finnegan.
Jay Finnegan, and for the first time in what feels like ages, we are filming a battle report. That's right. Now I know a lot of you have been saying, where are our battle reports, man? Well, real life, you know, it's not our job. We're doing our very, very best, and this is a nice little battle report here, and it's a battle report that is themed ever so slightly off of the last weekend.
Correct.
What happened to the last weekend?
It was the league finale.
It was the league finale in Stockport. Very well hosted, I believe.
No.
Loads and loads of custom scenarios, and we are actually going to be playing one of those custom scenarios today. But before we do that, what we're going to do, we're going to show you the board, and we're going to show you the armies. And this is the lovely board that we're going to be playing on, not a full size table. I think it's about 3x5 or 3x4 or something like that. But as you can see, there is an amazing terrain piece in the centre. This amazing terrain piece was made as a gift by Barry O'Neill, a donation to the channel. It is, of course, Weathertop. How fantastic does that look? Let's hopefully this is going to give us some nice cinematic shots throughout. Wow, look at those lovely three hunters. Maybe that will give you a clue as to what we've got in this. But yeah, this was made by Barry O'Neill, who's donated this to the channel so that Jamie and I can film some of the fellowship scenarios which we've been looking to do. So now that we've shown you the board, we're going to show you the armies. So Jay, this is the army that you took to Stockport, and you did very well with it, didn't you?
Yeah, I did very well, yeah.
So the tournament, it was an escalation tournament. On the first day it was 450 points.
Yep.
And on the second day it was 650.
Correct.
So, but today we're just going to be doing the 450 points, although it's not 450 points, is it?
No, this is 405, which is what I took to day one to save the points for day two.
Fantastic. And how many games did you win on day one?
Day one, I won 4 games.
4 out of 4.
Yeah.
Fantastic, fantastic. So talk us through the force. Who is your leader?
So my leader is Gilgalad.
And absolutely beautiful, he is too.
Armoured horse and shield.
Well.
And then next along we have Arwen, just with the horse. We also then have the twins with armour and horses.
Who's that about? Who's that?
That's no one. We don't need to talk about it.
What? Is that a dubious council? Oh my days! It's him! Look how bad he looks in the back there on shot. That's Alfred.
Yeah.
Wow. So that is your 405 points, and I put together a 405 points list just to. I don't think to match it, but just have fun. So we're going to show you that now. And it's the force that I have brought to the table. So, as you can see there, we have got Aragorn, but this is Aragorn's Isildur's heir, so he does allow the rest of the 3 hunters to move normal through difficult terrain, which is, I would say, handy, but it's not really going to be in this instance. But more importantly, he also allows banner rerolls, okay, banner rerolls, which is fantastic. And also behind him, we've got Boromir of Gondor. Not quite finished up. I finished his face, but I've got to go over everything else. Lovely model, isn't he, Jay? Lovely, lovely model. He doesn't have any kit. And then we've got Legolas. Legolas does have armour, but nothing else. So that is exactly 405 points of alternative free hunters. And today we're going to be playing one of the scenarios from the tournament, one of the custom scenarios. Of course, we did have all custom scenarios, which was the Challenge of Champions. Now, if you want to have a little look at this yourself, you need to go onto the Great British Hobbit League Facebook page and look up the event for Stockport, the league final. On the rules pack there, you will be able to download a copy of this if you would like to have a go and play along. Okay, so ignoring the fact that we've got 650 points, basically the game starts with the 2 force leaders, which will be Gilgalad and Aragorn, scrapping it out in the middle. They do lose their mount. So Gilgalad will lose his mount, unfortunately, and they start off in combat, so neither with any kind of charge bonus. The following turn, the forces effectively get to deploy, and there is a chaos of battle chart, which is a slight variant on the Maelstrom of Battle, which means that you're not so screwed over by winning priority and coming on first. You actually get to alternate, and as you can see there, a roll of a 1, your opponent chooses any board edge rather than you don't come on at all, etc. Now you get victory points in this. If your leader causes 1 or more wounds on the enemy leader, you get a victory point. If your leader kills the enemy leader, you score 3 victory points. So it's your leader that has to do the damage on this one here. You also, there is a variant of whole ground, you score 1 victory point if the enemy force is broken at the end of the game, and if you are unbroken you get 3. But most importantly of all, you score 3 victory points if you have more friendly models than enemy models within 6 inches of the objective marker at the end of the game. If there are any friendly models within 6 inches, you instead score 5 victory points. The objective marker is the hero once he dies. Okay, so once the hero dies, he becomes the objective marker. So with that, let's start things off. So this is the challenge of champions. Gil-galad has stepped down off of his horse. Now he will regain that if he manages to kill Aragorn, Isildur's heir. The game starts with no other forces on the board but the two champions dueling it out in the middle. It is the start of the combat phase. They start in combat. At the start of the combat phase, Aragorn will call a heroic strike with his 3 point of might.
So Gil-galad.
Gil-galad will call a heroic strike with one of his 3 points of might. So, the first things first, let's roll to see what they go up to. You will go to fight 10 automatically because you fight 9. Oh, whoops, where's it gone? 4. So he also goes to fight 10. So, they're fighting off. You've got 3 attacks. Let's see what you get. You roll double sixes. Double sixes in there, okay? So Aragorn needs a 6 to draw this. And he gets it. He doesn't have to do his re-roll for being Isildur's heir. So it doesn't matter. Both of us are technically have priority there, so it doesn't matter who rolls it. So on a 1 to 3, it's going to go to. I think Aragorn is less good than Gil-galad. What do you reckon? He's an elf. He's a high elf.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
High elf.
Yep.
Yeah. Let's do it. So 1 to 3 goes to Aragorn, which I predicted there, as you can tell with my tone of voice. Okay, so Gil-galad has been defeated in combat, so he is going to go back. So Aragorn's got 3 strikes. Now you are defense 8, aren't you?
Correct.
So I need 6s. I need 6s to wound Gil-galad. Oh, and there's nothing there. Absolutely nothing there. So that combat is over, and with that we go into turn 2, which is where deployment begins. So rolling for turn 2 priority. And priority goes to the kind of 3 hunters. So we've decided that this end is north. Okay, so we're going to roll the dice to see where the fellowship come on and see if they can get and help Aragorn at any moment. And they get a 5, and I believe 5 is come on.
You choose a point on the east or west board edge, 6 from the corner.
That's not really where I want it to come on. I'm going to use one of Boromir's points of might to make that a 6.
Okay.
So that I can come on anywhere.
Yeah.
Fantastic, we're going to do that now. So although Boromir and Legolas rolled to come on east or west, I needed them to be reasonably close to the middle. So I've mighted that with Boromir, and they've chosen to come on from the south board edge. Now it does count as a deployment, so they can't do anything else this turn, no shooting, no combats, none of that kind of stuff. So they are in position ready for the next turn, and we're going to see what happens with the rest of the elves. So first up we're going to roll to see where the beautiful twins come on. Where do the twins come on from? And they come on from 4, and 4, I believe, is anywhere north or south.
Correct.
Anywhere on the north or south board edge. Well done. So with the twins rushing up on the fellowship, next up is going to be Arwen.
Arwen, yep.
So Arwen next. And it's a 6, which means you can deploy Arwen wherever you want. Oh dear. Oh dearie me. So next up we're going to have Alfred.
Correct.
And Alfred rolls. And he gets a 3. And what is 3?
You get to choose on the east or west, but I'm going to might that to a 4.
Alfred's got a point of might.
Does.
No!
Which means I choose north or south.
Yep, and where's he going? No! That is not what we want to see. Okay, so with that, we are going to go into the combat phase. Because, of course, these guys can't do anything further this turn. And at the start of the combat phase, Aragorn would like to use his 3 point of might to call a heroic strike.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to call anything.
Okay, so Aragorn goes up to... He goes up by 3, so fight 9. So we're matched.
Yep.
God damn it. Okay. let's see what happens here. This is where you roll 1s. Double 6s again. What's that? What's that sneaking into my dice? Whoa. Hang on a minute.
Whose is that?
Whose is that one? I think someone might have replaced one of my dice with one of... I'll have to check that out. Okay, so here we go. So rolling. No! Bosh! Bosh, bosh, bosh! And unfortunately, Aragorn loses that. So Aragorn will back away. Now he's only defense 5. Okay, now you would normally need 5s, but...
the weapon?
That's it, that's the weapon, yep, oh dear. Oh, and he only gets 1. He gets 1. Okay, so Aragorn's first point of fate. Nope. Aragorn's second point of fate. No. Aragorn's third point of fate. Jeez. And he'll use a point of might to avoid the wound. So he's used one of his normal points of might. Oh dearie me. Who's this? Who's this? I think Alfred might be wanting to do something.
I think he is, yeah.
So he's gonna...
His first one will be on this twin.
Okay, do you have to choose all of them before you just do them one at a time, or...?
Pass. I've always done it one at a time, but...
Yeah, we can do that. Yeah,
so
let's do it.
First one on him. Point of might.
So he gets another point of might, so he's up to 4.
I'll do the second one on him.
So he goes up to 5, and this is
then
where...
do the other one on this guy.
6. How many points of might does he get?
3.
And he gets 3 points of might.
Winner.
Oh my eyes. Oh my days. So I think we should write down. So he's now got
5 might.
5 might, and he's now got
6 might.
6 might. Yeah, let's go into let's go into priority. Okay. So Boromir has chosen to use one of his what was a lot of might until these guys came along. He's decided to use a point of might, so he's down to 4 to call a heroic move, and he's been countered by the twin who had 6.
Correct,
So
yeah.
not a lot. So he's called a heroic move. So it was your priority.
Yeah.
We did say that you were better than I am because you're an elf. So on a 1 to 3, it goes to me, and it goes to you. There may be trouble ahead. Oh dearie me. Okay, so these guys have all charged in. Arwen didn't use a nature's roll.
I've just realised that, yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's why I was biting my hand.
Oh, I thought that was because of my singing.
No.
This is where she gets killed. Okay, so the twins and Arwen have all charged in there, and then of course we have got the duel, the challenge of champions over there, where Aragorn is now out of fate. So we're going to go into the combat phase. At the start of the combat phase, I would like all of my characters to call a heroic strike.
I will also call one with...
Aragorn's doing his with his free one.
Yeah, both the twins and Gilgalad.
Okie dokie. So it was your priority. So which combat would you like to do first?
Boromir.
So he's doing Boromir. Okie dokie. So Boromir and the twin, what do they go up to? Boromir has taken that. That's absolutely fantastic. Okay, so first of all, you do need to. There's 2 of you on me, so you have to roll a courage test using your highest courage, which I believe is 5 or 6. 6. You'll be 6.
6, yeah.
Yep. Okay. So this way, double ones.
Just 2.
Okay, so that's fine. That's because the Horn of Gondor. For anybody who wasn't sure about that. Okay, so now we're going to go on to the combat itself. Okay, so I'm going to roll because if Boromir gets a 6, then he takes this. And he gets that 6, so he does take it. So what's he going to do here? Okay, I actually think he's going to go for horses. So he's going to start off with the twin's horse.
Yep.
Yeah?
Yep.
Kills it. He's then going to go for Arwen's horse. Nope. And then finally Arwen's horse. Nope. So just kills the twins' horse in that one. So a Throne Rider rolls a 1. Rolls a 6. He's back up on his feet, standing. But most importantly of all, Boromir has beaten them back. And next up, it's Legolas versus the other twin. So they heroic struck. So what do they go up to? Twin goes up by 2. Well, that's on the floor, so it doesn't count. Goes up by 3. So Legolas takes that. So Legolas only has 2 dice. So let's see if he can get a magic 6. Oh, and he does, he gets it. Well done, Legolas. So Legolas got 2 strikes. Again, he's going to go for the horse. No, and again for the horse. Oh, and he kills the horse. So a twin's horse goes down. So Throne Rider, it's very important to strike the horses in these situations. and a 6.
Okay.
So he's up on his feet, and luckily the Fellowship survived. And finally, we got the heroic strike off versus Aragorn and Gilgalad. Will Gilgalad take Aragorn down? So they both roll. Aragorn is not high enough, so no matter what you get, you're higher. But this is where you roll lots of 1s.
Yep.
No, there was lots of 1s, but there was a 6 in there. Okay, so Aragorn currently has got all his wounds, but no fate. So you will need boars. You're out of mine. So 1 wound to Aragorn. You have caused a wound.
No, I've got 1 left. I didn't heroic strike a second turn, if you remember.
That's true. So would you like to use it to cause 2 wounds to Aragorn?
Yeah. Yes,
Wow.
I would.
So Aragorn is down to 1 wound. Wow, and that is instantly a VP for the elves. So with that, we're going to roll the next turn priority. And it's priority to the Fellowship. So a heroic move has been called with this twin here, which brings him down to...
He goes down to 3 might.
He's down to 3 might. Boromir is going to counter. So he'll be down to 2 might. So it was my priority. So on a 1 to 3, it goes to me. But it goes to you again. So the twin who run the heroic move off has charged in on Boromir, and before Arwen charges in, she's going to call a Nature's Wrath. She's going to call Nature's Wrath. So she's going to cast this with
2 will.
2 will.
Yep.
And she gets a 5 highest. She gets a 5 highest.
I might use a point of might to make that 6.
That's you might, or you will.
I will. Yeah, I will.
So wow, so you're turning that into a 6. You turn that into a 6. So I'm going to resist with Legolas's 2. So this is where Legolas rolls a 6. And he resists it. Well done, Legolas. So Legolas is out of will. Legolas is out of will, and then Arwen is going to charge in on Leggy. So here's how it's looking after the elves here charged in, and of course we have the Challenge of Champions in the middle. So will the Fellowship survive? We shall see. So let's start the combat phase. Aragorn would like to call a heroic strike with 3 point of might. Legolas would like to call a heroic strike. So he's down to 1.
Correct.
And Boromir would like to call a heroic strike, so he's down to 1.
I will call a heroic strike with both twins.
Both twins, fantastic. So really is survival for the Fellowship here. Let's see what happens. So we're going to go for this one over here. It is Aragorn Isildur's heir against Gil-galad. So let's see what his heroic strike goes up to. We need
A 1, 2 or 3.
No, we need a 4, 5 or 6. It's effectively 50-50 roll off.
Get it.
Oh, so it's tied. No, that was no good last time. Okay, so let's roll. Last time I got lots of 2s. You got 6s again. It's a 6 there as well. So let's see if we can get a 6. We get a 5. We'll use a point of might to draw that. So he's down to 1 normal might.
Correct.
So on a 1 to 3, it's going to go to Aragorn, and on a 4 to 6, it goes to Gil-galad. And it goes to Aragorn. So Aragorn will need 6s.
Yep.
He needs 6s against this defense 8. Oh, and he'll use a point of might.
His last one.
His last one to do that there.
Fate point.
So we've got your 1 fate point, and you pass it, so no wound taken. So it's still 1-0 at the moment to you, Jay. So next up we've got Boromir versus the two-handed twin here. So we've got the heroic strike off. So what happens? You roll a 1, and I roll a 6. So I get a 3, that will be enough. Okay, so come on.
Fight with the twin elven blade, so it's 3 attacks.
Yeah, of course, makes sense. We get a 6, so we take it. So you are defense 6.
Correct.
So I need 5s. Yep, 5s. Come on, Boromir. He's got 2. Now you've got 2 fate and 2 wounds, yeah?
Yep.
So you get double ones.
Point. Second fate point.
He's gonna die. He's gonna die. Oh, you got a point of might.
He does, yeah. Yeah. Point of might.
You've got to.
You have got to, yeah.
You've got to.
Absolutely.
So he takes a wound.
Correct.
He takes a wound.
Loses his fate.
And loses fate, and he's down a point of might. Wow. So well done, Bozza. Good man. Good man, Bozza. I'm so glad that I painted your face so nice. So will Legolas be buoyed on by the heroics of Boromir? Let's see how he gets on. It was a heroic strike off between the twin and Legolas. So what they got to, you go up by 1. He gets his 6, so we need a 4 plus. Oh, and we get a 4 plus, so it is matched. Now I've got 2, and you've got the 2 for Arwen and 2 for...
3 for the twin, he's using his
3 for the twin using the elbow blades. Okay, so let's have a little look. What do you get? You get that 6. Those black dice are good.
I know.
We'll be checking those out. It's okay. I've got my trusty Element Games dice. Don't let me down. Okay, so it's the roll off. It was my priority. This is strangely tense.
Yeah, a little bit.
What a great game. Okay, it just looks cool. Thank you so much, Barry O'Neill, and to Yggdrasil Painting Studios for painting up Jay's Force, and of course to me for painting up my Force.
I painted Alfred. Just going to throw that in there.
Oh, you can tell, yeah. Okay. Thumbs up. Okay, here we go. So 1 to 3. Here goes to the Fellowship. Come on, Fellowship. Oh no, another roll off. So Legolas is knocked down. Legolas is knocked down. Oh, try not to scratch this model. So Legolas is knocked down. Okay, so unfortunately this is not good. So you want to start off with Arwen will need 5s.
Yep, we'll do Arwen.
She's strength 3, isn't she?
She is, yeah.
She boshes it, but you can re-roll that.
Yep.
Bosh!
Oh.
Bosh! It's okay, the twin will do it himself now. Okay, so you got the twin. The twin needs 5 still. Wow, and you've only got 1.
So how many wounds and fate is Legolas?
Legolas has got 3 fate and 2 wounds.
That's 22.
Twin 2.
I'll use 1 point of might to make one of those a 5.
1 point of might to make one of those a 5. Wow, so we've got 2 to save here. Okay, come on, Legolas. He has got 1 point of might left, does he?
Legolas does, yeah.
Now, do you risk... I've just had massive deja vu, I don't know why. Now, do you risk him dying, roll another point of fate, and if I get lower than if I get a 1 or a 2, he dies?
Which you're gonna.
Especially now that I built it up. Yeah, yes, I will use a point of... I really want to.
Nah.
Point of... Joe, let's go for it. Come on, Legolas.
Yeah.
Use your point of fate.
1 or a 2. 1
No!
or a 2.
Oh, Legolas, you beauty. So he doesn't lose, he's lost both his fate, but he doesn't take the wound. What was I rolling for then?
You've 2 wounds, you've used 2 fate.
Oh, yeah.
You still take 1.
Yeah, cool. I was looking at that and then I was thinking, what did I just roll my dice for? Okay, wow. So then we go up to... no, they've already fought, haven't they?
No.
Did you not do that one first? Did I not do that one first? I think I did.
Okay. We'll find out when you edit it.
I'm going to check now. Yep, so I was right, and Aragorn did fight Gil-galad before, so with that we are going to go into priority. So here we go. And that goes to you, Mr. Finnegan. So Legolas is using his last point of might, and it has been countered by one of the twins with one of their many points of might. So the twins are both down to 1 might each.
Correct.
Boromir still has 1. Éowyn.
No, she used hers to mark the Nature's Wrath.
Yep, so, and Legolas is now out. So, here's a roll-off. It was your priority. This is where I do win a roll-off.
No.
Yeah, I do. Watch.
No, you don't.
Watch, what's
You don't.
3? No! It's so important. Oh, dearie me. So, the battle ensues. So, the twin has charged in on Legolas on the floor. Poor Legolas. Poor Legolas. Should have used his upgraded profile, really, shouldn't I? From the Battle of 5 Armies supplement. That we don't know about. Yeah, that would have been handy in these situations. Okay, so before Arwen charges back in, she's going to use her last point of will to do Nature's Wrath, which is 4+, is it?
Correct.
And she gets a 4. So Boromir will have to use his only point of will. No, it's Boromir of Gondor.
Okay.
Boromir of Gondor, I'm sure he's only got 1 will. And he resists it. Well done, Boromir! And she charges in, and then everything else charges in. Those guys charge in, and he charges in. He charges in. So here's how it's looking. Boromir in there against Alfred and the twin. Twin and Arwen on Legolas on the floor. And Aragorn in his challenge of champions fighting off against Gil-galad. It really is 2 great warriors of Middle-earth in a fantastic setting there. So we are into the combat phase. At the start of the combat phase, I would like to call a couple of things. I would like to call a heroic strike with Aragorn, who's 3-pointed bite, and I would also like to call a heroic strike with Boromir, with his last point of might. So I'm guessing you'll use the twins.
Yeah, both the twins will use.
Both the twins will use points.
Correct.
Their last points of might.
Yeah.
So they're both out. Wow, so there's now no might over here.
Board.
No might on the board apart from Aragorn's 3-1. This is where he comes into his own. So let's go for those now. Come on, Aragorn. Come on, Aragorn. You can do this. Okay, so Aragorn used his 3-pointed might to heroic strike. He needs a 4+, effectively 50-50 roll off. And he gets it. He's now fight 10. Okay, so we roll. I get a 4. You get a 5. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to re-roll because he's a banner for himself. Yeah. Okay, so this is where I get a 6 or a 5. Oh, Element Games dice! Where have you been? Where have you been? Okay, so if I get, you've got 3 wounds, yeah?
3 6s.
3 6s. 3 6s. Come on, you beauties.
Not happening.
You've got it in you. I've seen you do it before. There you are. Where are you? Okay, 3 6s. 3 6s and Gil-galad goes down. Just the 1. So Gil-galad takes a wound,
correct,
which means that we're currently tied on 1 way. It's not going to be like that for long. So, well done, Aragorn. So, both of these guys are down wounds. Aragorn's only got 1 left, and Gil-galad has only got 2 left. Next up is Boromir. It's Boromir, but before that happens, Horde of Gondor. You've got 2 models in there. Okay, so you need to roll courage test.
For
the model with the highest courage. You were a bit worried then, weren't you?
Loves it.
Even Alfred would have been okay then. Okay, so the heroic strike off. Okay, so this is where you roll a 1 and I roll a 4.
Yeah.
Oh, so he gets the 4. Oh, okay, well done. Come on, this is it now, Boromir. This is where you kite the twins away.
No 6s.
Okay, here we go. You want to roll?
Yeah, go on. Get in there.
He gets his 6, he gets his 6, but it's okay. Element Games dice!
No, no.
Oh no! No way, and no might to do that. Okay, so he is trapped. He is trapped here. So he's got 3 wounds. The twin, if he gets 3 5s, we'll kill him outright. No fate. He gets 1, so Boromir is down. Boromir is down 1, so he's got 2 more wounds. So Alfred is unarmed.
He is.
So he needs. So he was strength what? Strength 3?
Strength not good. Yeah, strength 3.
Strength 3, so that would normally be 6s. So he needs effectively. Is it? Can you do it? We'll come back in a second. So we're going to do it so that it's 6s by 4s. Well, I'm not sure if this is right or not. So
it's going to do it too.
Why are you on 2? Oh yeah, because he's trapped. There's a 6 there. Well, he caused a wound. Of course he does! Of course he does! So Boromir is down to a single wound.
Oh dear.
Oh dearie me. So we've got Legolas on the floor. He didn't have any might, so you will automatically go higher than he does. So let's see if you can roll to get the 6.
Can I roll it anyway? Because I might faint. If I get to 10,
yeah, go for it.
Take me to 7.
Are you sure you don't want to faint?
No, I'm alright.
Okie dokie. So I've got the 2 on the floor.
Got 3 and 2.
I think you might beat that possibly. Oh,
Only just.
Only just. Well, we say that. I think that's a 5. That's enough. Okay, so you got double strikes. Legolas, he used his fate before, didn't he?
He did, yeah.
So he used 2.
He's used 2, yeah.
So he's got 1 more
He's
fate.
got 1 left, yeah.
He's got 1 fate.
So we'll do the twin first, needing 5s, is it?
The twin will need 5s.
Yep. 3.
That will kill him.
Awesome.
Legolas is dead. Don't look so smug. My beautiful Legolas dies. Okay, so this is the turn where Aragorn kills Gil-galad.
No.
Yep.
Nope.
Yep. Here we go. Priority.
Heroic strike. Sorry.
No, priority.
Yep.
Priority goes to you. I've not got any mites, I can't do anything. What would you like to do?
You'll go to that.
And it's a sorry state of affairs for Boromir. It is. However, we are matching fight across this, so it's not as horrendous as it might at first seem. And of course we have Aragorn over there fighting Gil-galad, who will use his 3-point of might, the only point of might on the board, to call a heroic strike against Gil-galad. So we'll start off with this epic combat here. Of course, you have to take a courage test, and this is where you roll double ones. Double ones!
Ooh.
That's a 2. 1! Oh no, it's a 5. So Boromir is okay. Okay, so we're going to roll. Let's see what we get. I get a 6. I get 2 6s. And this is where you only roll 5 highest. Make sure you different colour dice for Alfred.
Yeah.
Use my element.
Alfred's on the blue. Twins on the black and brown. Arwen on the red.
Yeah.
6.
And he gets a 6. Is that the same dice? They're good dice. I like them. Okay, so it is drawn. Now it was your priority. So on a 1 to 3, it's going to go to me. On a 4 to 6, all important roll-offs.
You're going to see that right now.
Probably.
Oh, close enough.
And it goes to the elves again. Okay, so unfortunately Boromir is knocked over. So maybe just roll these one at a time.
Yep, so twin 1.
So twin number 1. And he kills him. So Boromir has been slain. Boromir has been slain. So the elves have done their work there and they have killed 2 members of the Fellowship. It's down to you now, Aragorn. Here we go. So Aragorn's heroic strike. He goes up. He's going to roll more than a 4.
3. Yes.
Again, 9. He's done that so many times. Okay. So here we go.
Yes.
D6 again. Yes. Okay. So 1 to 3, it goes to me. 4 to 6, it goes to you. Come on, Aragorn! What's going on? What's going on? I need me some of these. I need them. They're lovely. Okay, so here we go. You'll kill him if you get 4s. And wow, that is it. Aragorn hath been slain. So Aragorn goes down. The mighty elven lord Gil-galad stands above his body with his spear, and that's a big victory to you. So because you have killed Aragorn, you get 3 BPs, but I did get a wound on you, so I get 1 for that. And because you have more than double the number of models on the objective, which will now be Aragorn's body if we were to continue this game, you get another 5. So the score in this battle was 8-1. We hope you enjoyed that strategy battle, gamers. Let's go into a post-battle bat rep breakdown. And of course there are also points for breaking, and for the this game I do count as being broken. So it's not 8-1, it is in fact 11-1. A proper smashing.
Yeah, it was due.
Wow, so we are going to go into that post-battle bat rep breakdown. Welcome strategy battle gamers to the post-battle bat rep breakdown, and unfortunately it was a loss for the Fellowship. And a win for Mr. Finnegan! Give that guy a round of applause. Woo! Now, considering a very small variation of my Fellowship force lost to Quinn Duggan, who I'm sure will be watching this at the weekend, and you were on the top table for most of the time, I didn't have too much hope.
Not a lot, no.
I didn't feel like I had too much hope. However, considering a number of factors.
Yeah.
So deployment coming on behind me.
Deployment, got my full force on behind, which was pretty lucky to say the least.
Alfred, how many might did you have? 11 might with the twins.
Twins had 11 might, yeah.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And also, when we were down with the points of might with the 2 heroes in the middle, not being able to roll to get above your fight value.
Yeah, that heroic striking didn't work very well.
No, I got a lot of 3s to match you, and then proceeded to lose all but one of the roll-offs.
Correct, yeah.
In the game, which when you're using these kind of fragile forces, whether it's with cavalry or fell beasts or heroes, you need them to go your way.
Yeah.
But the key thing I think is that looked really cool.
And it was very good fun.
It was good fun. It was good to play you again.
Yeah, I know.
Because last time I played you, I smashed you. Just like to remind everybody, you know, like when I bring competitive army, you know what I mean? Because it's all about ego. No, that was great fun.
Yeah, good fun.
Really enjoyed it. What did you enjoy about that?
I love the terrain piece, to be honest. Just looking at Aragorn and Gilgalad in the middle there, it just the whole game looked incredible, to be honest.
That was one of my favourite parts of the tournament at the weekend with the Challenger Champions, was how cool it looked, and it's what I wanted to achieve with that scenario, how cool it looked. Because lots of people do that, who would win? And of course you never ever know until you get there. But a lot of people do who would win, and I was walking around the boards and looking, I'm sure you've seen the photos on the Great British Hobbit League Facebook group, put a bunch up. You'd see things like the Goblin King, or as Camille says, King Goblin,
King Goblin,
King Goblin, King Goblin, King Goblin versus, you know, whoever.
Yeah.
You know, it was versus a ring wraith. And I think with the terrain piece from Barry O'Neill, that certainly lends itself to that kind of
big time.
duel.
It looks stunning,
Yeah, so
good fun.
I think this is a really good opportunity as well. If you talk a little bit how your force works, because you know we've not done any kind of tournament review or player interview. Talk us through how I mean, obviously you've got Alfred in there.
Absolutely, yeah. Alfred can be quite handy. What I found with Alfred as well, if like in this game, if I put the might onto the twins in opposed to Gilgalad, it gives me two very big threats, and it tends to put my opponent on the back foot. Obviously I have to play quite careful with the force, but it gives me two serious sort of powerhouses when I get in there, and obviously the more might the better. It keeps the heroic combats going, it keeps me winning the heroic moves if I don't get priority. It pretty much just helps this force do what it's got to do.
Yeah, no, it certainly all looks very cool. You know, Alfred in there being able to put the might on is massive. You mentioned before, it's a shame that he's there. Yeah. Because of course your force looks so cool and so theming. You know, with your twins and Arwen. Yeah. You know, and then I think Glorfindel or Gilgalad is a bit before those guys. Yeah, it is a little. Just a little. Yeah. But even then, it just looks so cool. I think that was my favourite part about that game. You know, obviously getting to play you again, because we always have a good time. We always have a laugh. Yeah. You know, even though I'm gonna call a steward's inquiry into those black dice. That's right, Steve. There must be a reason why only you two have got the black dice. That's what I'm thinking.
If anyone would like any Northwest Hobbit campaign dice, feel free to message myself or Steve Crow. Just saying.
Do you have some more?
We're getting some, yeah.
There you go, guys. And there'll also be some GBHL dice soon. GBHL channel dice.
Sounds good.
Yeah, so lots to look forward to. So I hope you enjoyed that battle report. Not been able to do one for a while. I hope you enjoyed how it looked. I thought it looked very, very cool. Very cool, which is what we want. Make sure as always that you don't forget to comment, like, share and subscribe on these videos. It helps massively. Do you follow us on Facebook and on Twitter? We do have the GBHL Podcast Facebook group now, which is really cool. So guys, support your Hobbit hobby!
Happy strategy battle gaming.
Woo!